Good evening and welcome to Centennial High School. It is homecoming 2012. The Cougars at 1-3, playing host to the Champlin Park Rebels at 2-2 tonight. You're watching it live here on North Metro TV along with Rosie Erickson. I'm Matt Johnson. Rosie, a big conference matchup tonight between these two foes.
Absolutely, and it's going to be wild out there today. The crowd is huge and loud and ready to party out there.
The temperature just under 70 degrees as the sun sets. We're a couple minutes away from the opening kickoff. The Champlin Park Rebels coming out into the field right now as the visitors. Champlin Park, as we mentioned, 2-2 on the season so far. In their last two victories, averaging 48.5 points in those wins. Here's a look at the Northwest Suburban Conference standings, and Champlin Park undefeated in conference. The Cougars a couple spots back, getting their first and only win of the season last week against the Anoka Tornadoes, and that was a big victory for Centennial last week and getting them back toward the middle of the pack in the conference, Rosie.
Absolutely, defeating Anoka 41-13, a huge win for them, and actually their first win of the season. So building their confidence for today's game, since, you know, the Rebels are really going to bring it today, and both coaches are excited to play each other.
Indeed, the Champlin Park Rebels, coached by Mike Horton, his team, as we mentioned, 2-0 in the conference. He said that he's got some fast and athletic players on his team, led by their quarterback, Trevor Garrison. He is a big guy, 6'5". They tend to throw the football a lot. The Cougars, as we saw last week, more of a running team, led by Coach Mike Diggins, his son, one of the three that run for the Centennial Cougars. They have three running backs that are very stellar. We're going to have the opening kickoff right here on North Metro TV. Stay with us. Cougars, Rebels next.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at an all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blade. We buy gold at your exchange.
Welcome back to Centennial High School for Homecoming 2012, live here on North Metro TV. We are just about set for kickoff. The Centennial Cougar fans and Rosie, a packed house. We were just talking about it off the air. There's not an open seat here at the stadium, and there are fans standing room only all the way down by the concession stand, so pretty hyped up crowd for homecoming.
It might be chaotic, but I think it's going to make it kind of fun. You know, the crowd's going to be loud, lots of support here, and we'll see really who's going to bring it.
Mike Horton, the head coach of the Champlin Park Rebels, coming into this game says that Centennial is a fast team. He says their defensive line is going to really have to try hard to stop the Cougar running game. We mentioned both Mike Diggins, Jordan Clark, and a third Cougar runner, Tucker Treadle, are very strong in the running game. The Cougars proved that last week in their victory over Anoka, a victory in which, Rosie, you mentioned earlier that Coach Diggins said really helped pump up this team, as you see them getting pretty excited right now before kickoff.
Right, and we both were on the field. We saw them, both teams practicing, getting ready for the game, and both seem really pumped up since both are coming off a huge win. I think they're both really ready to pound it to them.
It should be a very close game. We talked to the Rebel head coach Mike Horton about close games. They had one earlier this season, Champlin Park losing by 5 back on September 7th to to Hopkins, who was ranked in the top 10 in the state at the time. He said they learned from that we cannot turn the ball over, something that they'll be focusing on tonight, trying to keep possession of the football. Centennial lost a relatively close game against Osseo at the beginning of the year. So both of these teams, if it does come down to the wire, have a little bit of experience in those high-pressure situations.
Speaking about experience, both coaches had to say their teams are really experienced overall since they have a lot of seniors on both sides. You know, they're coming out strong with seniors, and I'm sure they will lead the team as they're, throughout their practice and everything. All the coaches had great things to say about their teams overall. Every single player really stands out this year.
A look right there at the Cougar quarterback, Max Corey. He only threw the ball 4 times last week against Anoka. This is his first season as a starting quarterback for the Cougars. As you can see, he's got 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick on the season. 33 for 71 passing. Max Corey has developed a lot throughout the course of the season so far, Coach Diggins said, and even in the last week in practice he's developed a lot. But again, the Cougars do not throw the football a lot. A couple good solid throws last week though, and Corey looked pretty good. We'll talk about the Rebel quarterback in just a little bit, but right now the Cougars are set to return. Diggins has 3 kick returns, averaging about 12.5 yards per return. So here we go, underway, homecoming 2012. The Cougars and Diggins back to receive. He'll get it at his own 1-yard line. Diggins up to the 15 to the 20-yard line, brought down a little bit short, about the 19-yard line. The Rebels wrap him up early. So right out of the gun, Champlin Park coming out big on special teams. The Cougars, as we take a look at your starters, are led by, we mentioned, Max Corey, the quarterback for Centennial in his first season. Diggins and Clark will run the ball. The receivers are Pierre Roddy, Josh DeWitt, and the tight end Ray Culp. The Cougar offensive line, Louis Liebert, Andrew Gustafson, the center Max Kenyon, and the right guard is Jordan Lindsay, the right tackle Jake John. The head coach, again, Mike Diggins. So Corey under center, first down, 10 to go from the 19. Rolling right, looking to pass. Corey keeps it himself and gets a gain of about 4. So Corey can use his legs as well as throw the ball, Rosie, and a pretty good look there on the first play as we take a look at the Champlin Park defense. Yonley, Witt, Ross, and Darnell, the defensive ends and defensive tackles. The linebackers are Ziegler, Croton, and Berry. The Rebel corners are Saline and Mulsimo, and the safeties are Sotterson and Branger. The Champlin Park Rebels defense, head coached again by Mike Horton. It's second down, 6 to go here for the Cougars on their first drive. Run to the left side. Diggins has got plenty of room across the 30 to the 33-yard line for a Cougar first down. And I apologize, Rosie. The same thing happened last week. It was Treadle on the first down, 22. They have those 3 that can run the football. They're all very effective, and they showed it right there.
Absolutely. And you know what? We're seeing a lot of physical out there. The Coach Diggins is hoping for some physical play tonight. They have a lot of injuries, but they're able to switch their team around and come out strong.
So on first down, they run it up the gut for just a couple. 35-yard line. Look at Diggins' numbers on the year as he ran that one up the middle. 81 rushes for 573 yards on this young season with 8 touchdowns. So Diggins certainly effective. He's also got 7 catches for 86 yards. Second down, 8 to go. Cougars from their own 37, handoff right side. Diggins finds room up near midfield to the 45-50. Diggins has got room, 45-40, 35 down to the 30. Breaks a tackle to 25-20. He's out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A big-time run for Mike Diggins to start things off for the Cougars.
Diggins with a huge run here, gaining some yards. As you saw, he really worked the field here, played smart, trying to duke the players out. Let's see, how many yards did he make?
It's about a 48-yard run, I believe.
Wow, to start the game out right.
Big time first down run for Diggins. It gives the Cougars the ball down in the big red zone at the 20-yard line for Centennial. Less than 2 minutes in, they're going to run it again. This time it's Jordan Clark from 20 yards out. Touchdown, Cougars! Jordan Clark takes it in from 20 yards away, and just like that, the Cougars are up 6-0.
Right when I said they're starting the game out right, they make a touchdown.
Set up by the Diggins run before it, the Cougars go right back to the ground game, and Jordan Clark makes it 6-0. Centennial with a 20-yard dash. The Champlin Park defensive line being tested early, Rosie. Excellent run by Clark, and it is his first touchdown of the season. The extra point goes through, and it is 7-0 the Centennial. What a statement to make early on at home.
Absolutely. Even the fact that it's homecoming, they're showing that their mental game is there. Homecoming is not getting in their head, and they're really bringing it out. Their coach really prepared them for that.
Diggins said before the game that this week has been a little bit of a distraction for his team, but he tried not to let it get to them. And the fans, the student section here, are loving it as their team goes up early. And Jordan Clark, his first touchdown of the year from 20 yards out, found the open hole. His offensive line making some room for him to work. And Clark, the senior, getting it done for CHS. Cougars on that drive took up about less than 2 minutes, Rosie, so they didn't waste any time getting the score.
Absolutely, quite an early lead. And you know, both coaches think it was going to be pretty even today, so we're going to have to see if the Rebels are going to return.
They need to respond. Michael Sales will go back to receive it for the Rebels. He averages nearly 46 yards per kick return. This guy, one of the star athletes on the team. The kick nearly out of bounds. Sales got it at the 8-yard line and stepped out of bounds. So it was actually Saline, I apologize, number 17 on the return. So tough field position for Champlin Park as we look at this one more time. Great job by the Cougar kicker of kicking it over to the sideline. Instead of letting 45 there in the center of your screen, Sales get to it. Saline took it over there, number 17 on the far side, and stepped out of bounds. Looking at Rebel offense, the quarterback we mentioned is Trevor Garrison, Michael Sales, the running back, who also returned kicks, Bryce Marcourt and Trevor Naslin, the receivers, Joe Sando as well, and Matt Juneau at tight end. The Champlin Park line, Anderson, Stevens, and Setterloff. The right guard is Johnny Hernandez, the right tackle Tim Ross for the Champlin Park Rebels. They're going to pitch it to the right side. Sales has a little bit of room. Out of bounds about the 15-yard line. Tackled by a couple of Cougars. In on the play. Among them, Marshall Johnson, number 9, the linebacker. And here's a look at the rest of the Cougar defense. Gabe Weather, Justice Davis, and Volker. The linebackers are Christian Malinowski and Luke Dentz. The other linebackers are David Thill, Marshall Johnson, who you saw make that last tackle. Michael Pearson and Ben Bonneman at the corner position. The safeties are Ben Walker and Grant Backman for Centennial. So it's second down and 3 from their own 15 now for the Rebels. They're going to go left side run. Sales has got enough for the first down and more. Picks up about 6 to the 22-yard line, Rosie. So just like we saw the Cougars running the football a lot, Champlin Park seems to keep it on the ground early on here. Sales with 8 touchdowns on the year, 459 yards rushing. This kid can run. 9 total touchdowns. He does have 1 receiving on just 3 catches this year out of the backfield. So it'll now be second down and 11 after the penalty. 9 minutes to go. In the shotgun is Garrison, looking left, pass it, it's caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of a couple for the Rebels. Trevor Garrison found the open look there. He found Joe Sando. A couple of these receivers for Champlin Park, they've got some height on them. Sando probably the shortest of them. Making a good catch though, as you can see he's got 1 receiving touchdown on the season. Also will run the ball a little bit. 19 for 95 yards on the year. Big 3rd down and 2 now for the Rebels down in their own red zone. Back to pass is Garrison. Pass is caught at the 30-yard line for a first down. And it looks like he went to number 80, Trevor Naslund. Naslund with a big catch there, Rosie, and that's a big first down for Champlin Park early on.
Absolutely smart play by Trevor Naslund, just taking that, making sure he catches the ball, making that first down.
Naslund at 6'2", 190 pounds, has got 3 for 52 and a touchdown in the season. He'll line up wide right now on first down and 10 to go from the 30-yard line. Rebels in white, moving left to right on your screen at home. The fake and then the run, taking it himself is Garrison. Plunges forward for about 5 yards. Pretty good help from the offensive line there, Rosie. Looks like he made something of nothing on that play. 3 touchdowns on the ground this season for Garrison, 250 yards. He also has 3 through the air and 4 interceptions. So he does tend to turn it over time and again, but very effective. And we mentioned in his last game, he played just over a quarter because they were ahead by so much. He still got 120 yards in that game. This time they'll hand off to the right side. It looks like Sales pushes the pile for a gain of about 6 or 7. That'll be enough for the Rebel first down. He gets closer to 9 yards on the carry, Rosie.
Wow, and like we said, both coaches are hoping for some physical play out there, as you see in this replay. Gonna really push it forward, gaining a few more yards.
That second
or
and
yard or
third
two, yep.
effort gave him about 10 yards or more on the play. So a big-time first down for the Rebels as they look to get into Cougar territory now. 6:53 to go, first quarter from Centennial. First down, Rebels. Back in the shotgun. Garrison handoff right side, Sales. He's got plenty of room across midfield. Here he goes. All the way down to the Cougar 30, the 27-yard line. A huge first down run. Look at this one more time, Rosie. He found an open hole here. Great block by number 66 for the Rebels. Joseph Stevens making some space for Sales.
Michael Pearson grabbing the leg, making that tackle.
26 yards on the run. It makes it first and 10 from the Cougar 28. Garrison back in the shotgun again. Handoff left side to Sales. He's wrapped up by a couple of Cougars after a short pickup. Malinowski on the tackle. One more time, Rosie. They didn't quite get enough room on this one. The Cougars making a big-time tackle was Malinowski, the linebacker. Sales is getting a little winded early, isn't it?
Wasn't much he could do there as he got tackled, dominated by 3 guys.
It's second down and 9 to go. After the short pickup, they gave him a yard. In the shotgun again. This time Trevor Garrison takes himself and he's wrapped up at the Cougar 24. He gets about 3. Let's look at this one more time. In the shotgun. Looks like they were going to potentially pitch it over to Sales. Instead he took it himself. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 7, Rosie. This is a big play for the Cougar defense. As you hear the Cougar roar in the background.
Get them excited.
The fans getting a little bit riled up too. On 3rd and a long 7. The handoff to Sales. He is stopped at the line. And that'll force a 4th down coming up. Well, we said it was a big play for the Cougar defense, and they stepped up, didn't they?
It was like a wall. Couldn't get through them.
Here's a look at it once more.
Their go-to guy, Sales there, trying to get it through. But the Cougars' wall, nothing you could do there.
Malinowski at the top of the pile at the end there. It makes it a big 4th and 6 now, and the Rebels will go for it. Just a little bit out of their kicker's field goal range, and so they're going to go for it on 4th and 6. Down 7 early on from the Cougar 24-yard line. The handoff. It's a fake handoff. Pass into the corner. Incomplete out of the end zone. They went long for the touchdown. Garrison's pass was a little bit long.
I believe I saw a flag, though.
And it looks like his intended target was Bryce Marcourt, number 22. And let's see what the officials have to say. There is indeed a flag. Let's look at it one more time. You'll see he fakes the handoff to Sales. Watch in the end zone. It's going to be, yes, a very good call. Clearly pass interference on the Cougars. That will make it 1st down for the Rebels. So what could have been a touchdown, look at this one more time. Number 2 for Centennial, Ben Bonneman, going up against the receiver Marcourt. Both of them really kind of pushing back and forth. They call it defensive pass interference. It gives them 1st down at the 12-yard line. Big penalty here. Shotgun, the pass. Line of scrimmage caught by number 20, Joe Sando for the Rebels. Gets a couple of yards on the play. Sando getting a lot of work early on. Catches this one about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. Gets down to about the 10 before he's wrapped up. Nice play by the Cougar defense. It was Justice Davis on the tackle. 3.5 minutes to go, 1st quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 9-yard line for the Rebels. Hand off to Sales. He's got some room to run, and he's wrapped up before he can get out of bounds. Malinowski in on the play again for Centennial. Moise Igeno also there. Wow.
Go-to Sales. Looks like he's ready to bring it. He just tries to charge through them. But the Cougars defense, they're not letting up.
Centennial knows that they're going to go to him. The danger, though, is that Champlin Park, especially in this part of the field, can throw the ball and be effective. Let's see if they decide to go to the air. Trevor Garrison, their big senior quarterback at 6'5". He's looking to pass now. 3rd down. He's going to run it himself. He pitches it into the end zone for the touchdown. What a play on the shovel pass to get the Rebels in the end zone. I believe it was Matt Juneau, number 84, with the score, taking the shovel pass from Trevor Garrison from 9 yards out.
Trevor Garrison really creating that opportunity there. Working the defense. Shovel passing it right in.
The extra point is no good. Off the post. So the Cougars will hold on to a 1-point lead.
They will hold on to that lead.
What a turn of events. Look at this one more time. You got to see the touchdown. Excellent play here. Back about the 7. It was about the 9-yard line. The shovel pass, a dangerous one, but he got it to his intended target. Matt Juneau just sat there and waited for it. Look at this. A couple of Cougars.
No look. Garrison taking risks.
Unbelievable effort. What a play. And then the extra point. Dink. Just look at that in slow motion. Excellent shot by our camera crew. That one just inches away from being a tie game. And Rosie, if this is a close game, we might be looking back at that play late in the 4th quarter and seeing that it could be the difference in the game.
Noted. impressed with Garrison's last play. You know, his coach really had a lot to say about him, saying he is a strong leader, just getting better. And as you spoke, he had his best game of the season, and he only played 1 quarter last game.
It was a stellar game for him. 120 yards passing, but he only threw 2 incomplete passes. So when Garrison gets back there to throw, he's very accurate. We saw that on that play.
That was amazing.
You can shovel pass it out like that and get it through a couple of red jerseys, you're doing pretty good. Cougars back to receive the pending kickoff, and they've got some room to run. Returned by Bonneman, hit hard at the 36-yard line where he goes out of bounds. Wow. Nice return by the defensive back, Ben Bonneman, playing some special teams. Gets it right there.
Not wasting any time.
He gets past a couple of defenders. Look at this hit. Boom! The Rebels were right there. And was he out of bounds? Looks like as he was hit, he was going out of bounds. Bryce Marcourt is the receiver for the Rebels, who's playing special teams on the tackle. First down for the Cougars. And guess what? Diggins up the middle. It's about 6 yards on the play. So the Centennial Cougars going back to the ground, Rosie, where they've been very successful in that first drive. A very fast drive, but a couple big runs.
Let's see if they can do it again.
Diggins with 3 carries for 51 yards on the night. And they go back to him again. That was Treadle, rather. Gets about 2 yards in the play. That'll set up a 3rd and short for the Cougars now. Josh DeWitt checks into the game, number 12, a receiver who we saw had a couple good catches last week. 1.5 minutes to go, first quarter. 3rd down and 2 for the Cougars. Corey back to pass. Incomplete. DeWitt was the intended target. And the fans wanting a flag, as it looks like DeWitt might have been held here as he was trying to catch it. Look at this one more time. It looks like his arm got a little tangled up there with the defender. And there's no call. Number 17 for the Rebels, Dylan Saline, defending. That makes it 4th and 2 from their own 43, and the Cougars are going to have to punt. The first time tonight, DeWitt with the good leg. The Rebels take it their own 30-yard line. There's a flag on the play as they get a return of about 11. Whistle. It will most likely be against the receiving team. Number 22, Marcourt, on the return. So they're going to mark it off, as it was, one more time, look like this. It's probably an illegal block. And look at, yeah, very good call. 29 with an illegal block in the back. And so they'll mark off the penalty. Josh DeWitt, the Cougar receiver, also the punter. DeWitt averages 22 yards on his punts. That one was about that. So it's first down for the Rebels at the 19-yard line after the penalty. Down 7-6. Low snap. They pick it up and running to the left. He had no other option. The Rebel quarterback. And Garrison gets a few yards on the run. Look at this low snap, Rosie. This is going to be tough for him to pick it up off the ground. Garrison does do a great job of picking it up and trying to make something out of the play.
Absolutely. At least, you know, he tried to run it instead of getting flustered. He still went with it.
Under a minute to go now, first quarter of play. The clock will wind down. It's going to be a 2nd down and 2. So a pretty good gainer on that last play by Garrison. 29 seconds to go, first quarter. Garrison hands it off to guess who? Sales. Pushes his way forward for a first down and gets a gain of about 5 on the play, Rosie. And Sales has just been stellar so far for the Rebels. Pushing the pile forward. Look at how many red jerseys are pushed backwards right here. He should be down right there, but no. That second effort plunges forward. He gains 2 or 3 more yards by doing that.
And that's what he's been doing this whole time. He is not backing down, but neither are the Cougars defense. So it's really working both ways here.
9 seconds to go. The Rebels will try to get one more play off before the end of the quarter. It's a first down play. It's a run to Sales. He goes around the left side. Gets a gain of a couple. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Cougars lead 7-6 here on North Metro TV. It's Homecoming 2012. We're back after this.
This broadcast is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Contact your local Nationwide Insurance agent, Twin Cities Insurance Group. Your Exchange Check Cashing. We buy gold at your exchange. Charlie Walker Companies. I know a guy. They can handle all of your exterior needs. And Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. The Centennial Cougars here at home on Homecoming, leading 7-6, and here's how they got on the board. Michael Diggins with a big-time run of 48 yards to set up the next play. They have been effective on the ground tonight. And then Jordan Clark, the senior fullback, number 42, from 20 yards out, finishes the job for the Cougars. The fans celebrating on the 20-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good. It was 7-0. And then the Rebels came roaring back with the play of their running back, Mike Sales. And then Garrison, the shovel pass from 9 yards out, hits Matt Juneau for the touchdown. Through a couple of Cougar defenders, an amazing play. And here Garrison throwing it again, a long one, caught! Huge first down right off the bat in the second quarter. The Champlin Park Rebels and Bryce Marcourt making the grab on the long pass. Look at this one. From the 30-yard line, he throws it 20 yards plus 20 more, a 44-yard reception for a big Champlin Park first down. Rosie, we talked about Marcourt at the beginning of the game. Coach Horton talked about him too, saying that this guy can really get out there in speed.
He's going to be a threat today, and now he is proving.
Marcourt, the big catch, just like that. It is first down for the Rebels at the Cougar 25-yard line. Back to pass again, this time out wide to the running back, Sales. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage after a loss. And they're going to call it a loss of about 7-yard loss, Rosie, even more. Big time tackle behind the line of scrimmage for the Cougars. It's a 7-yard loss officially, so look at this. Big time stop by number 5, Moise Igeno, who's been in a couple of big defensive plays for Big Red tonight.
That's a tough loss of yardage, but, you know, the Cougars are starting to predict that it is indeed going to go to Sales.
2nd and 17. Will they go to Sales here? No. Back to passes. Garrison has some room to run. Gets up near the original line of scrimmage. It'll set up a 3rd and 11. So another big third down coming up here early on in the second quarter. The Rebels do not want to let that big catch go for naught. They would at least like to get close to field goal range here. Not sure the range on their kicker, Tucker Lorenzen. We have yet to see him tonight. We did see him miss the extra point. The run to Sales. He breaks a tackle and plunges up to the 25-yard line, but it's a gain of just 3.
You know, you can tell they're working, but once again, you just see the Cougars defense holding strong, stepping up today.
And it's Malinowski who ends up making the play right here. The ankle tackle.
Seen that once before.
A tough spot to bring Sales down. It's hard to bring him down anytime.
Yeah.
But Malinowski, a couple of tackles already tonight. playing very effectively for the Centennial Cougars. Malinowski has 21 tackles on the season. Back to pass on 4th and 9. They're going for it all the way into the end zone. It's picked off. The Cougars interception at the 5-yard line. They'll go down there and Centennial will take over on the interception by number 28 for the Cougars.
Pearson.
Big time play by the defensive back. As you look at this one now, one more time. The long pass here, they have to go for it all. Garrison in the air, and a great play by the Cougars. Getting up is Pearson to make the grab. Now actually, Rosie, they lost about 20 yards by making that interception.
Right, I was going to say.
If he drops that ball, the Cougars would have had it at the 28-yard line. Regardless, it's 1st and 10 from the 6, and they'll go back to the ground game.
Pearson bringing his stats up, but, you know, I was thinking he was going to swat it down, but they don't always do that.
Treadle on the carry, gets 4 yards on the play on first, and makes it 2nd and 6. Treadle remains in, number 22. In the backfield for the Cougars. Under center is Max Corey. Handoff, Treadle up to about the 12-yard line. I think the biggest thing for the Cougars on that last defensive effort on the interception, Rosie, is they did not let Champlin Park score. The Rebels came out firing with the arm of Trevor Garrison. It resulted in no points. Regardless of where Centennial started this drive in the field, they stepped up big on defense.
Absolutely, and we've been seeing it throughout, you know, the first quarter and now the second, starting with strong defense.
3rd and 4. Corey looks like he's audibling at the line. Run it up the middle. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. So a big 1st down there for the Cougars. They gain about 6 on the play. Diggins on the carry. Diggins had 51-plus yards in just the first quarter. Most of it on one run on the first Cougar drive. So under 8 minutes to go now. The Cougars have it at their own 19-yard line. Corey, the pitch to Treadle, gets across the 20 to the 22. Nice block by Diggins, his fellow running back, making some room for the Cougar sophomore running back, Treadle. He's just 5'10", 170 pounds, Rosie, and he's got some speed though, and those offensive linemen look a little worn out, but they're making some big holes for him to run through tonight. 22 yards for Treadle on 4 carries this evening. 2nd down and 8. The Cougars go back to the ground game. 1st down across the 30-yard line for Centennial. And it was back to Diggins this time. The Cougars will move the chains again on the ground, and between Diggins, Treadle, and Clark, they've used all 3 running backs very effectively throughout this first half.
Yeah, they seem to be well-rounded, and coach really wanted to work on everything in today's game.
They faked the pitch to Treadle and handed it off to Diggins. That's part of the threat that the Cougars have, is you don't know which one of these guys is going to get the ball. Another run here, and they gain about 5 on the play. Diggins, it looks like there's these little runs, but they turn out 5-6 yards every time. That's an incredibly good average, and Coach Diggins has got to be happy about that.
Absolutely, and those 3 guys really creating opportunity, each going their separate way, getting themselves open.
6:20 to go now. 2nd down, 5. They'll go back to Diggins. Left side's got plenty of room up to the 45-yard line, across the 45 to the 46. A gain of 11 for Diggins. Big 1st down for Centennial. And Rosie, they just keep plugging away on the ground. If it works, don't mess with it.
Absolutely.
And we got a player down in the field at about the 44-yard line. You can see the training staff coming out to tend to the Rebel player. It is number 48 for Champlin Park, Saike Yonley, the senior defensive lineman, on the ground. It looks like he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him, or maybe it's something with his shoulder. So tough play there. We talked about how this is going to be a physical game, and we already are seeing that here at Rosie early. It looks like they're massaging the left shoulder to see if he'll be all right. And head coach Horton has come out there now to attend to him as well.
You hate to see either team, any players get hurt, but, you know, that would be a tough call if Centennial lost another player in today's game, seeing that, you know.
Right. The Cougars are down a couple of players, and the Rebels have been relatively healthy, and this will not help Champlin Park to have him go off the field, but hopefully he'll be able to get back out there at some point. Yonley is a senior starter on this team. Rosie, you're referring to the fact that the Cougars have 5 players who are injured and will not play tonight. So the Cougars plagued with injuries, and now the Rebels will have to deal with it as well. Diggins in the backfield on first down for Centennial. The fake the pitch, and they'll go to Treadle, who gets a couple of gains, about 3.5 on the play. So a low-scoring contest so far as we near 5 minutes to go in the half. Want to remind you, coming up at halftime, we will be speaking with Centennial's Activities Director, Brian Hegseth, about homecoming and about this beautiful new field they have here at Centennial. If you've not been out here to a game, it's worth the price of admission. That new artificial turf, and the Cougars are running on it nicely. And they do it again, and Diggins frustrated after picking up 20-plus yards because he wanted it all, Rosie.
He was hoping for some more. As you guys see in this replay, really looking to run it. He just got tripped up after 20 yards or so. You know, really frustrated there. He thought he had it all the way, but he gained some yards, so that's great.
A big play for Diggins. 5 minutes exactly to go now in the first half. They've got it at the 35-yard line. Centennial first down, and they're going to hand it out to Diggins up the middle. He says, I want the ball back. He gets it, and he gets 5 yards out of it. Diggins. Jordan Clark now will come out of the game. He on the last run. All these twos, I get so confused.
Right. Jordan Clark having a great touchdown there, you know, in the first quarter.
He had 20-yard touchdown.
Putting them on the board.
24 total yards on the night, and that score. 4.5 to go. Another run up the middle for Centennial, and they're just going to keep it on the ground. This time it was Treadle. That Treadle Clark-Diggins combo has proven themselves not only tonight, but in that Anoka game. They were all over the place. They really routed the Tornadoes here at home in a game that many thought the Cougars were the underdog. Here tonight, they're facing a team that has yet to lose a conference game. The Cougars have won just one. So under 4 minutes to go. Now they're going to hand it up the middle one more time. And it's going to be another first down. Diggins gets the first. It was 3rd and 3, a crucial play to keep the drive alive, Rosie, and they do it again. Great block from Jordan Clark on the left side, the fullback, making some room for Diggins to get the first down. Josh DeWitt, this receiver, number 12, comes into the game. He'll be spread out wide to the right. The Cougars in a 2-receiver set. Corey under center. Diggins, left side, has got plenty of room for the 24-yard line. Goes down for the touchdown, Cougars! 24-yard scamper by Diggins as they keep it on the ground, and Mike Diggins with his first touchdown of the night. The Cougar fans roaring here at home on homecoming.
Cougars keeping it up. Touchdown once again, second quarter. That was amazing.
Diggins 118 yards in the first half. Unbelievable effort by Mike Diggins. 24-yard touchdown. And that'll make it 13-6. The extra point is no good, Rosie. It looks like it was blocked. Barely even made it to the end zone. So we're back to a 7-point game on the missed Cougar extra point by Hans Gorowski. This is very unlike Gorowski. Look at Diggins again from the left side. A couple of great blocks.
We knew he was going to show up today, but over 100 yards.
Already. You'd be lucky if you can do that in an entire game. Culp, the tight end, of the great block, making it open. And then the Cougars missing the extra point. Gorowski is a good kicker and does not usually miss. In fact, he has missed 2 on the season, but he's 7 for 9 on extra points, so that's his 3rd missed extra point this season for Hans Gorowski. He's kicked just 1 field goal on the year. Diggins, a 24-yard touchdown run, as we mentioned, has 118 yards in the first half. That missed extra point, Rosie, brings us back to a 7-point game, which means Champlin Park, with 3 minutes to go, they're going to try to tie this thing up before halftime.
Once again, we're going to see how the Rebels are going to respond.
The kick out of bounds. A mistake there in the kicking game. And Gorowski having a rough couple of minutes here. Missed extra point, and then the kickoff goes out of bounds. That is a penalty. And so the Rebels will get the ball in great field position. I believe they're going to spot it at the 35.
They seem to respond well after touchdowns, you know.
The Rebels have got a great passing game. It is illegal procedure officially. So it'll be first down for the Rebels from the 35-yard line on the out-of-bounds kickoff after the missed extra point. 3:16 to go. In the shotgun again is Garrison. Handoff left side. It was a fake handoff. I'm sorry, they even faked us out. He was faked the handoff to Sando. They went the right side, a big gainer up near midfield. Look at this one more time. It looked like they were going to get it to
Marquardt.
Right. It was Marquardt on the run.
They even faked us out. That's impressive.
Sando with a good fake. Marquardt gets a big gainer all the way across midfield to the Cougar 46. 3:08 to go. That play taking just 8 seconds off the clock. More importantly for the Rebels. Left side on the option, taking it himself is Garrison for a gain of about 7 yards. Garrison on that option, and you don't know what he's going to do. That's what makes that play so effective, and the Rebels pretty good at running it here. Taking a little bit of time now is Garrison as they're back in the huddle. Second down and a short 3 coming up from the Cougar 39. 3 receivers for the Rebels. Garrison in the shotgun. On the option, takes it himself again, gets the first down. 2:20 on the clock. It will stop here while they move the chains. They mark it at the 34-yard line. So the Rebels driving here, Rosie. The clock starts back up, and here they come. The Rebels trying to tie it up here before halftime after the touchdown run from Centennial's Michael Diggins. From the 34-yard line, the handoff left side, a loss of 11 yards. About 7-yard loss, rather. Look at this excellent defensive effort. The Cougars coming up big in the backfield is number 39, David Dill, the 5'9" junior linebacker, tripping him up. Marquardt had nowhere to go. We've seen how Marquardt can run as a receiver in the backfield, and great defensive job by Phil.
And they were responding well up until this point, and then I believe the Cougars are just starting to predict their next play.
It's 2nd and 17 on the loss. 1:18 to go. Garrison passes. Marquardt's got it from the backfield. Gets a gain of about 18, 19, 20. Down to the 15, 14-yard line. Big first down. A 28-yard pickup by Marquardt. He made up for it on that play, didn't he?
Absolutely. Showing some moves there, really going through a lot of the defense. I think he got 3 guys and then tripped up, turned around, kept running.
Finally in the secondary, Bonneman gets him. Malinowski helping out. Under a minute to go. Time becoming a factor for the Rebels. They're down at the 15-yard line. First down, 10 to go. 46 seconds in the shotgun again. The pass is caught. Garrison gets it to Davis Kabaka, senior wide receiver, his first catch of the day, number 5 in white. And they will stop the clock now. Timeout, Champlin Park. So Davis Kabaka, the senior receiver, gets his first grab. A good time to call a timeout here, Rosie. Coach Horton's got to sit down and talk to these guys, get the next 2 or 3 plays called right now so they can be quick here and try to score before the end of the half.
Absolutely, and use the time to their advantage. You know, get this last touchdown in.
Take a look at your Class 6A rankings in the top 10. Eden Prairie, a team that has beat both Centennial and Champlin Park. In fact, the Rebels led Eden Prairie 21-0, but still lost that game big. Why is that at number 2? Lakeville, North, Mountains View, and Osseo. Topping out the top 5, Edina, Stillwater, Hopkins, Minnetonka, and Maple Grove. A stellar top 10 class of 6A football in the Metro this season. Back here live, 39 seconds to go. 2nd and 7, Champlin Park from the 12-yard line. Looking to try to tie it up on the road. The pass, wide open receiver, touchdown Rebels! Nobody was there to cover Kabaka. And 2 straight catches for Kabaka, one of them for 6. And there's a whistle. They're going to discuss. I didn't see a flag.
That was, if it's fair, a smart play.
No. Illegal procedure or ineligible receiver. A penalty against the Rebels. Let's look at this one more time. Don't know where Kabaka came from.
It was as if they didn't even see him over there.
It's a 15-yard penalty. They called it. So they should be back at the 27-yard line with a 2nd and 22. 32 seconds left. They go back to the right side to Kabaka again. He stays in bounds. To Kabaka. So an illegal procedure, illegal man downfield, and their 15-yard penalty really cost them not only yards, but it cost them a score, Rosie. I don't know if Kabaka came from the sidelines on the field. I don't know how he could have gotten so wide open on that last play.
Look, once again, I think this is the last play, though.
This was the play where Kabaka came from out of the picture and scored. It would come back. There's a timeout on the field right now. And Kabaka, who has had 1 catch prior to that last play, trying to utilize number 5. Well, it's 3rd and 14. We move on from the 19-yard line. They've got to get to the 5. They've got 25 seconds to go. The Rebels, Garrison in the shotgun at 6'5", trying to get it over the defense. Caught down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Rebels, and Marquardt, a big-time catch on the slant. Look at 22 right here. Simple.
Pearson happened to be there.
Route.
If he had not, they would have had a touchdown.
Great job by Pearson. He's had a couple of good plays tonight. Another timeout called here by the Rebels. They try to conserve some time. They're going to have 1st and goal, and it is going to be marked at the 1-yard line with 19 seconds to go. I believe they're out of timeouts now. 1st and goal to 1. Do you try to run it in?
Right. I would think so.
You're only going to have 1, maybe 2 chances. If they do try to run it in and they're not successful, they're going to have to get back to the line of scrimmage quickly, spike it to stop the clock, and then have a 3rd play. So we'll see what they decide to do. Marcourt with 2 catches for 45 yards tonight. When he catches one, he gets chunks of yards. 22 and a half he averaging.
We've really seen the Rebels work it up the field on this last play, you know.
Last
working
drive.
well.
Garrison will throw a fade into the corner. Caught! Touchdown! Marcourt and the Rebels will get it back with 15 seconds to go. And the extra point will tie it up. Marcourt comes up big for Champlin Park. His 3rd catch of the night. This one from 1 yard out. The corner of the end zone. Extra point to tie it. 13 all. And here we go.
Halftime coming up, approaching, you know, it's anybody's game once again, tied up.
Rosie, a thrilling first half, really. It's been a pleasure. And look at this one.
Right.
It looks like they were trying to go to the tight end or at least fake out the defense, thinking they were going to Juneau. But then a nice pattern by Marcourt, a fade back into the corner. Rebels celebrate.
The crowd is getting their money's worth, you know, really back and forth. What a great homecoming it has been so far.
Marcourt, the 1 yard touchdown catch from Garrison. And the fans silenced just a bit after that last play. Marcourt really had to go about 6 or 7 yards to catch it.
Right.
But of course, it was at the 1 yard line and caught in the back of the end zone. Coach Diggins directing traffic here at the end of the half.
Rebels really making it interesting at this point.
Well, listen, we know both of these teams are talented. We figured it was going to be a close game. But really, Centennial seemed to have been dominating, especially in the first quarter. A couple mistakes by Champlin Park, a couple penalties, the missed extra point. The Cougars miss an extra point. Champlin Park uses their passing game to get back into this. That's the big edge they have on Centennial, and they're using it to their advantage. And now we got a tie game. The Cougars on the return. Plenty of room! Up to the 38-yard line with 6 seconds to go. Will Centennial stop the clock? Try to get it downfield. Let's see. Here's the return. Again, it's Bonneman, who's been all over the football field tonight defensively. Another great return.
Strong return by Bonneman.
Bonneman averages 14 yards on a return on the season. 6 seconds to go. The Cougars most likely here will just take a knee. And they will. With just 6 seconds on the clock in the first half, Centennial will kneel down, and we will go to halftime just like that in what has been a thrilling first half of high school football.
Absolutely.
Here on North Metro TV, 13 all. The Cougars on touchdowns from Clark and Diggins, but Juneau and Marcourt, the receiving core for the Rebels, coming back. We got a tie game. Stay tuned. We got a halftime show coming up, including an interview with Centennial Activities Director Brian Hegseth. Stay with us.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Fridley Blade. We buy gold at your exchange.
Oh, the coach.
Welcome back. It is halftime here at Centennial. The Cougars and Rebels tied up at 13. And the Cougar dance team out at midfield. Let's take a listen in live to the Centennial Cougar dance team. It's Homecoming 2012 on North Metro TV.
All day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all
All right, the Cougars leading the Rebels, or excuse me, tied with the Rebels here 13-13 at the half. And joining me now live at halftime is Centennial Cougar Activities Director Brian Hegseth. Brian, thanks so much for joining us. A beautiful night out here, a beautiful field we've got. Look at the fans packing the stadium. You can't ask for a better homecoming, can you?
We have had just a tremendous week. There's no doubt about that. And to have the weather conditions and then obviously the new field and the teams playing well, we've just had really things come together tonight in a big way.
Your program says breaking new ground in 2012, and you guys did just that as we take a look at this beautiful new artificial field turf. I know this was a long time coming for you guys and really a big accomplishment. Talk about just what it meant to see all this come together and the transformation over the course of the year to see this new field.
It's been really exciting. Our boosters had a vision. We've always talked about it, and people would say to you, hey, when are you guys going to get turf? And our answer was, well, we just, the district just doesn't have the money to put into it. And we just realized that was going to be the case, so the boosters really got active. Mike Diggins played a big role, Ginger Flohog in the girls soccer program, but the boosters got excited, and we came up with a major donor. That was huge. And so we had a third of the money right up front, and then the district, their contribution really was not financial, it was just their willingness to back a 10-year loan, and our boosters went to work and just got it done.
Larson Engineering, Cobalt Contracting, and Field Turf Incorporated, a couple of the partners for you guys. When you look right now at the video of this construction and just all the work that went into this, what does it mean to see it come to fruition now and to be here tonight on homecoming and see the big, beautiful Cougar logo in the middle, and then the fans and just loving it.
Well, just watching the video and having you just say those things gave me a little bit of chill here because, you know, first we got the go sign, and then we watch them, you know, tear up the field, and like, my goodness, this is going to take forever, you know. But then as each expert got their piece done, and the next group came in, and you just watched it come together. It was really, really fun. There was a lot of trips over here this summer just to see how it was going, and then you get a call and say, hey, we need you to come and look at the colors. We need you to come and look at the striping. What's the decision going to be? You know, those kinds of pieces were fun to think about too. So in general, it was just a joy to have it come together, and we're really, really thankful for the groups that put the work in. Field Turf did a great job. Cobalt got it together, and Larson managed the whole project.
Just talk about overall the facilities here at Centennial. I graduated from here in 2001, and you guys have improved things a lot even since then. But even back then, the football field is great, good condition. The sports arena is great for hockey. It's really one of the better facilities, a group of facilities in the conference.
You know, I really believe that too. Thank you. And you know, our stadium is now really complete. You know, we had the bleacher expansion and the new press box 6 or 7 years ago.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
There we are.
There we are. All right. But yeah, so that kind of put the capper on it to get this field. But yeah, we have an arena right here. We got the pool right here. Our gym was redone, you know, 8-10 years ago. They took the stage out, so we just had a better facility there. Tennis courts are right here. Baseball, softball. We love our complex. We really need some more green space for practice areas when we get it after school, and we got the amount of soccer teams we have and the amount of football levels that we have. We're still short practice space, but now we get to utilize the stadium for practice every day, so it's added that. And this year we've managed to get every level of boys and girls soccer and every level of football, at least one game on the new field just to enjoy it.
Excellent. And it's not just football that plays here. Obviously, you talk about soccer.
Sure.
Talk about just in general the success of some of the teams here at Centennial. A great program. You guys have got the girls soccer team. We saw a couple of their games even this fall. Another good season. They're off to a good start again this year. Last year we were at the Metrodome with you there when they were they made it to the state tournament. Just talk about overall the success of some of the teams and how proud you are where Centennial stands with athletics right now.
Well, I'll start with the Northwest Suburban Conference. When we joined 8 years ago, I think it really challenged us to lift our programs, and we feel like we've done that. You know, there is an all-sports trophy in the conference. We've been in 8 years. We've won it 5 times, including this last year. So we're very excited about the success we have from top to bottom, all of our teams. You know, you might not finish first, but we're finishing upper division all the time, and we love that. You know, just this week, I've got a little Twitter account going for activities, and everything we did this week was a win. Our cross-country teams both won their invitationals. Boys and girls soccer won last night. Volleyball won last night. Tennis won the conference, and so, you know, football's following suit. And yeah, it's we're a nice run right now.
All right, excellent. One more thing, we'll let you go. Let's talk about tonight's game.
Sure.
The Cougars touchdowns in the first quarter from Jordan Clark and from Michael Diggins. Pretty impressive performance. We know the ground game of this Centennial team is really the crux of this squad. Got to be pretty happy with how they played so far against an undefeated team in conference in Champlin Park.
Well, Champlin Park in our I don't watch film, but just in my mind when I think of Champlin Park football, huge guys, great skill position, and they proved that out. So we knew coming in it was going to be very tough. Michael Diggins has really come on as a big-time player, and obviously Clark had a nice run there as well. But, you know, we sort of fooled around with 50-50 offense the first couple of games. We threw it a lot, and we realized that our strength is running the football, and we really took it to Anoka, and I think that gave our guys great confidence up front to create those holes, and then good running backs to finish it off. And then we passed a couple times to change it up and surprise them there too. So I'm not surprised that we've concentrated on the ground game tonight based on our success against Anoka, and I look for that to continue.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Great.
Centennial Activities Director Brian
My
Hegseth.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
You guys are always
spending
welcome.
a little bit of time with us. It is 13-13 at the half. The Cougars and Rebels tied up. We'll have the second half coming up in just a bit. Stay with us. North Metro TV.
out. That is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
Woo! Yes!
My name is Fran Sorensen. I am an artist. I am an educator, and I have been educating students for 25 years. I am also a collector. I collect salt and pepper shakers. I collect postcards. I collect rocks. And I write on the bottom of all my rocks telling where they're from and who they're from. I love square dancing. I make my own TV shows free at North Metro TV, and I love it.
Get started by signing up for free TV production classes at 763-231-2803 or eric@northmetrotv.com.
Lionel Lakes is the gateway to the metro area, just minutes north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Conveniently located on I-35W, this growing city still maintains its North Country feel. Lionel Lakes values its award-winning schools. Outdoor lovers will discover miles of hiking, biking, and water trails. Growing businesses will find premier development opportunities with great freeway visibility and ready to help your businesses grow. Come to live, work, and play in Lionel Lakes.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with an SD deficiency? Do you feel that you're missing out on the fun of high school sports coverage? Then take a weekly dose of Sports Den on North Metro 15. You'll be updated with highlights and analysis of your local schools playing Centennial and Spring Lake Park. Warning, taking Sports Den may increase levels of adrenaline, resulting in cheering, applause, and high fives. Milder side effects may include a desire to see yourself on Sports Den and, in rare circumstances, answering trivia questions and winning t-shirts.
Sports Den worked for me. Ask your coaches if it can work for you.
We are back. It is halftime at Homecoming 2012. The Centennial Cougars and Champlin Park Rebels tied up at 13. We're going to take a live listen into the Centennial Cougar Marching Band under the direction of Mark Cushy and Becky Wiley.
Please join us as we now select tonight's opponent from Champlin Park High School as we play their school song. And now, Cougar fans, get on your feet for the Centennial Fight Song! Annually 2012 Ultimate Royalty.
The Centennial Cougar Marching Band under the direction, as we mentioned, of Mark Cushy and Becky Weiland. Of course, it is Homecoming 2012, and you see the fans here, the students getting riled up, and as is tradition here at Centennial, they will have the parade around the track, the Homecoming Royalty, with Rosie, some pretty vintage cars they have out there. Look at you! And I think we need to look that way. Are we on there now?
Yes, it's so fun. You know, when the fans stand up, the whole stadium's shaking, and it's been interesting.
We're at the top, and it's just shaking here. So we'll let you take a look at the Homecoming Royalty. Kayla and David, it looks like, among them. The King and Queen will be crowned as well here on the track. I believe that is David, the drum major, who just got off the field for the Centennial Marching Band.
Brother who supports her through everything.
We'll listen into the PA announcer, Brian Bonney.
She's going to college to play hockey and study sports medicine. Council, tennis, speech, peer leadership, National Honor Society, band, choir, and Boy Scouts. He works part-time as a kitchen worker and delivery driver at Giovanni's Pizza and Hot Hoagies in Arden Hills. When David is not doing anything productive, he enjoys spending time with friends, watching movies, biking with his dad, playing board games, eating food, and destroying his family and neighbors at ping pong. Next fall, David hopes to go to college for music education, but he has yet to decide on school. Fantasizes about living next to one of his
Renna Roaring and Mike Diggins. Roaring, the Cougar girls soccer star, with the Cougar boys football star, Mike Diggins. Riding in the parade, they are the third, I believe, group of royalty.
Check that out. It's Jenna Roaring and Michael Diggins. Jenna Roaring is captain of the girls soccer team.
Mentioned the Cougar soccer team also plays on this new field. A much faster field for soccer with the field turf. Roaring and the Cougars having a pretty successful season so far.
She's going out to play soccer at Santa Clara University in Southern California after high school. Jenna admits that she will not miss the snow and cold of the Minnesota winters. Michael is the captain of the football team. He was all conference baseball team last year as well.
Rosie coming through. I just want one of those cars, Rosie.
I was going to say, how they recruit all those convertibles.
I know.
From high school is playing for his dad. Michael plans on playing football and or baseball at the college level next year.
Halftime is going to be slightly longer today than it normally is. It's a 20-minute halftime. In fact, the halftime clock set for 15 minutes has already run out. A couple more minutes of halftime as you see the Homecoming Royalty. The last group. The King and Queen should be coming up shortly.
Chapter in your life. He enjoys fun with his close friends and in the match. He's on the varsity hockey team in the left wing and learned first respect teammates and the wrecking ball. He is a mentor at Golden Lake Elementary School with his fellow classmates. He is always the life of Bonnie's, and he does it all for the pole.
Thanks, Susan.
Riel Anderson and Ray Cook. Riel Anderson enjoys a good laugh hanging with her friends and working at her oh-so-fun job at Champ Sports. In the summer, she participates in a soccer league and loves being outside at the beach or boating in the lake in her cabin. One of her many hobbies will be coloring the farm book or designing new outfits. She loves meeting new people and local hobbies. Studying fashion merchandising. Although this is something she recently learned sisters went to my life in this parade.
At the homecoming king and queen. I believe that's Amakali Tekashore, a soccer player for the Cougars. As the king. The moment everybody's been waiting for. Megan Keels, as you heard, is on the girls'
She is a member of the National
track
Society, a peer leader and mentor, and enjoys participating in marching band. Megan also teaches Sunday school in the church and has a part-time job at Dairy Queen. In her spare time, she enjoys having fun with friends, spending time with her family camping, reading a book for fun, and painting. Megan's goals are to return to the state tournament cross-country track along with her teammates. She would like to continue running at the college level and plans to major in elementary education. Immokalee Tekashore is the captain of the soccer team. He enjoys watching movies and spending time with friends. After high school, Immokalee is going to go to a 2-year community college or the military. He is still undecided. If Immokalee goes to college, he wants to be a teacher at the junior high level or elementary.
All right, that is your homecoming royalty. The king and queen just named the Cougar, ready for the second half. We are too. We hope you are. We're tied at 13 on North Metro TV. Second half kickoff right after this.
Come to Ham Lake and see how good life can be. Conveniently located only 20 miles north of the Twin Cities on Highway 65, yet Ham Lake has kept its rural charm. Residents of Ham Lake enjoy 1-acre minimum lots, giving you space to live with abundant natural green spaces and recreational activities like boating, fishing, golf, disc golf, camping and playgrounds, and tons of seasonal fun all year round. Ham Lake is home to one of the top school districts with consistent high scores in standardized testing and community ratings. Ham Lake is a business-friendly city and willing to work with businesses and developers of all sizes. Whether you are just starting out or looking to grow, Ham Lake has the business opportunities you've been waiting for. Life in Ham Lake moves a little slower, and that's the way we like it. Ham Lake offers space to live, to grow, and space to relax. Come visit Ham Lake and see for yourself what you are missing. Ham Lake is convenient country living.
What is North Metro TV Public Access? It's a community of amateur TV producers working together to make the kind of TV shows they want, taking free television production classes and gaining hands-on experience with our professional studios and equipment right here in Blaine. Get started by calling 763-231-2803 or visit northmetrotv.com. So, what is it? You tell us.
Welcome back to Centennial High School. It's a tie game at the half. The Rebels and Cougars knotted at 13. Along with Rosie Erickson, I'm Matt Johnson here live on North Metro TV. Homecoming 2012. Max Corey and the Cougar offense getting ready to take the field. But Centennial will have to kick off to start the second half. And Rosie, wow, what a first half it's been.
Tied up once again. You know, at halftime, they're going to have to start from nothing. See who picks up the second half.
Indeed. And because halftime took about 10 minutes longer than it was supposed to, the Cougars were penalized on the kickoff. The officials, the Champlin Park football team, Rosie, was out in the field for about the last 7 or 8 minutes waiting to start the second half. So
that's a fair call, you know?
The penalty, and it affected them because look at this. The Rebels will get the ball now to start the third quarter at about the 45-yard line. Let's look at some of the highlights from the second quarter. The interception by the Cougars here, showing a little bit of defense, and then Mike Diggins digging it. Check this out. 118 yards in the first half, and this was one of the biggest runs of the night that he had, a 24-yarder for the touchdown. And then Bryce Marquardt in the second quarter came back with this 1-yard touchdown after the long run. It set up a 1-yard fade pattern into the end zone right here. And that, along with the extra point, made it a tie game. Both teams missing an extra point in the first half, Rosie, so we are tied at 13. In the first quarter, Jordan Clark had a touchdown for the Cougars from 20 yards out, and then Matt Juneau, the tight end for the Rebels, scored on a 9-yard touchdown. That's the one where they missed the extra point. So we are knotted up at 13, just underway in the third quarter. It is second down and 4. During the highlight, just a couple yards gained, about a 6-yard gain for the Rebels on first down. It's now second and 4. Handoff, fake handoff. They go the other way. Marquardt has got it across the Cougar 39 or 40-yard line for a first down, Rosie. And that number 22, Marquardt for the Rebels, he's getting the ball a lot of touches, and he's doing everything he can to get them down the field fast.
And he has shown up today. He's really showing his athleticism, and you know, he's showing that he is a threat.
Marquardt is 6 feet 0 inches, 166 pounds. He's got a little bit of height on him, a senior, and it's the senior leadership that his coach said was going to be key. 3 catches for 46 yards tonight. First down, 10 to go from the 40-yard line. They push the pile ahead for about 2 yards, and nice stop defensively by Justice Davis, the big defensive end for the Cougars, has made a couple of big tackles tonight, number 6 in red. The second down, 9 to go from the 39. This game has been tight ever since the beginning of the game, Rosie. 4 tackles you see there for Davis. And we expected it to be close, and it's going to be a nail-biter going down to the wire. Second and 9. Garrison under center on the option. Gets it out to, I believe it was Marquardt, and the pile pushed back. It was actually Joe Sando. 3 Cougars converging on the play for the loss, and there's a penalty. It's going to go against the Rebels. I believe it was illegal hands to the face.
So the Cougars
come back,
putting up that wall once again and pushing back. Great defense.
So the officials will talk it out here, but it's going to be marked off. I believe it's a 10-yard penalty. We'll see. The officials officially calling it. It'll still be second down. And it looks like it's a 10-yard penalty. So Coach Diggins will take it. He's got to be pretty happy with how his team has played so far. Running the football, Clark with a touchdown, Diggins with a touchdown. Very effective on the ground. That's the Cougars' strong point. Offensively, Champlin Park can pass, and they'll get it here to Marquardt at the line of scrimmage. Marquardt across midfield to the 45 down the 43-yard line. It was second and 22 after the penalty. It was a 15-yard penalty. And so after the pickup here, they'll still have about 12 yards to go on third down. So Marquardt, number 22, Bryce Marquardt, the senior receiver, getting the football a lot tonight, both out of the backfield. Now he's spread out wide to the right. He'll take it here, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Cougars pile him up back at about the 48-yard line. Look how at the 45-yard line officially. It looks like he may have gotten back even further than that. Let's look at this one. One more time the pass at the line of scrimmage, and they get him back about the, well, they calm down to 45. 6 tackles for Walker on the season.
Coach Diggins, running the ball was going to be their strength today, but the defense is really standing out today.
It's 4th and 15 from the Cougar 45. The Rebels appear to be in the punt formation. Bonneman back to receive. It is a punt. Bonneman will let it go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Let's see where the official marks it. He'll mark it at the 20, well, he's still walking up the line to the 24-yard line. So a good spot there. It's hard as the official to judge where the ball flew out of bounds, at what trajectory, to see where they'll get the ball in the field. But nonetheless, Max Corey and the Cougar offense will come back out onto the field. Rosie, we don't say Max Corey's name a lot because he really doesn't pass the ball a lot. When he does, he's pretty effective, but they are just such a ground team.
Right.
Corey under center, the give to Diggins for a gain of about 14 on the play. Big time run again. Mike Diggins, inside handoff on the left side. The Cougar roars for the Centennial first down.
Getting the crowd riled up.
They're still sitting down, but I bet you they'll be on their feet if this one stays as close as it is. 130 yards tonight for Diggins. An impressive showing here for Michael Diggins as he gets it again here on this first down play. Michael Diggins came into the game with 573 rushing yards. He averages 143 a game, and he's well on pace to match that tonight. 7 minutes to go. 2nd and 6 Cougars from their own 40-yard line. They fake the pitch to Diggins. Up the gut for about a yard, and a Cougar player was pushed after the play. Clark gets about a yard. Jordan Clark had the first touchdown of tonight's game. A 20-yard scamper in the first quarter on the first drive of the game, which took just 2 minutes.
Right. They haven't been wasting time, when they do have the opportunities, they've been taking them.
3 rushes for 25 yards tonight, and the touchdown for Clark. In motion, Diggins gets it up. An excellent run for the first down. Up to the 47-yard line. Michael Diggins gets 5. Look at Diggins coming across here in motion and up the gut. Right on top of that beautiful Cougar logo in the middle of the field.
Right.
This new artificial turf that we heard activities director Brian Hegseth talk about at halftime. Walking down there on the field before the game, Rosie, it's a very fast field with that rubber underneath the artificial turf. You got to wear some pretty thick cleats out there to keep your footing. They're going deep on the flea flicker. It is incomplete. On the far side of the field at the 15-yard line, Josh DeWitt dropped it. The flea flicker and the pass coming from Pierre Roddy. We've seen them do this before. Last week against Anoka, a similar play. Roddy from back at midfield, just in and out of the hands of DeWitt.
Josh DeWitt was there taking that dive. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Laying out for it, trying to grab it at the end, but it was too late. 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Handoff Diggins across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of about 4. We saw that flea flicker, Pierre Roddy to DeWitt last week, and the Cougars scored on that play. So it's one that they have tried before, and it's been effective.
They like to keep it exciting.
Well, against Anoka, I think early on, Centennial felt like they had to run those trick plays. Tonight, they're just sticking with what they know and what they do so well. They don't have to be too tricky. Doesn't hurt to mix it in every once in a while, though.
They're tied now, but they've been in the lead.
Max
throughout
Corey,
the first
back to pass. It is incomplete. Treadle. And a Rebel player is slow to get up on the play. And it'll force a 4th down now. Look at this effort. We do not see him try to pass a lot. Corey here, back to pass. An excellent throw. Just a bit behind Treadle.
Knocked out of by Dan Branger. He was there.
The sophomore defensive back was a little slow to get up, and now it's 4th and 6 from the 49 of the Rebels. The Cougars, Max Corey is back in the play, but they do appear to be in a punt formation. It will be a punt. DeWitt kicks it away. An excellent punt by DeWitt. A 32-yard punt by Josh DeWitt. A line drive, and he was being pressured, Rosie. They almost got a hand on it. And there's going to be a flag on the play, I believe. There is. I don't see any call, so I guess they're marking the ball at the 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st down for the Rebels. They are tied here. Centennial not able to convert on their first drive of the half. Can the Rebels pick it up? And they're going to run it to the left side, and it was once again Sando. They like that play to Sando, the receiver, coming out of the backfield as a running back. Champlin Park will take their time in the huddle. They like to work out of the shotgun, does Trevor Garrison. 4.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. And this 3rd quarter is going by very quickly, Rosie, with either team able to score as of yet.
Both holding pretty strong.
Low snap. They get it off to Sando again. He rushes forward for what appears to be another Rebel 1st down. So good job by Sando, the 5'8" senior running back and receiver. That's a big 1st down, Rosie. The clock will continue to run, and it seems like Champlin Park slowing down just a bit. They were pretty quick in the first half, taking their time here, sticking to the ground.
Right, they're taking their time, but they're getting those 1st downs, inching their way down the field.
2 catches for 12 yards, and he had 4 rushes for 43, did Sando. So 55 total yards for him tonight. There's 4 carries for 23 yards, a total of 35, rather. 3.5 minutes to go now, and it's going to be a gain of about 2 on the run. Sando again. Makes it 2nd and 7. They'll give him 3 officially. We mentioned, Rosie, that the Rebels playing Eden Prairie a couple of weeks back were up 21-0 in that game, but still lost. They were up 20-0. They lost 55-20. So they put up a fight against Eden Prairie. They're a pretty good team, and they're undefeated in the conference. And I think Centennial coming into this game felt like it was going to be close, but boy, this one is very close.
Right. As we have spoken about, both coaches thought it was going to be close, but, you know, we did not predict this. And, you know, both teams have been pretty consistent.
And they really both have worked the ball on the ground a lot. Sando getting a healthy dose of carries here in the 3rd quarter. It's 1st down at the 48-yard line, their own 49. Back to passes. Garrison going deep. He's got a man open. It is caught, but there's a flag on the play. A huge gain. The Cougars celebrating, though, because there's a flag. Bonneman on the coverage. Let's make sure he did even catch it here. Look one more time. Garrison has got an arm. Look at the kid. Gets it all the way down the field here. Bonneman, it looks like Dare I say simultaneous possession NFL reference?
I was going to
Wow.
say do not reference Monday. No.
Somebody has to.
That looked pretty similar, though. It was pretty simultaneously. We'll see the call.
It's going to be holding. So before, it's not pass interference. It is holding against the Cougars on defense. And there were some saying in the first half there were some calls like that could have went the other way but didn't. And so the Cougar fans, that is not what they were hoping for there. So it's going to be first down still, and now the Rebels have got it at the Cougar 41-yard line. A 15-yard penalty. That was an incredible play, Rosie, because they both had the ball.
I know.
And without that penalty, I'd have been very interested to see what the call was.
And that's what I was just going to say.
Are we in Seattle? 2.5 minutes to go. Garrison on the option. He gets it to Sando again for a gain of about 4 or 5. A couple Cougars bringing him down. And Sando, they're going to 20 almost every play, Rosie. What is it about him? They're just trying to get some fresh legs in there, maybe?
Yeah, you know, switch it up a bit.
Sales got a majority of the carries in the first half. Sando here gets a gain of 4. It's going to be second down and 6. Champlin Park driving. They are tied here on the road at Centennial for homecoming. 1:50 to go. Handoff again. Sando, this time the Cougars read it. Sando goes back about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A block in the back, not called, it looked like. And then he ends up going out of bounds at the Rebel 46. A 17-yard loss, if my math is right. Look at this, Rosie. Sando goes left side, runs back way too far to try to get open. There might have been a block in the an illegal block over there. It was not called, but the Cougars making a big hit out of bounds, and they're going to love that big defensive stop. They're not going to like this, though. A Cougar down on the field. And it looks like it is number 39 for Centennial grabbing perhaps his right knee. It's David Thill, the linebacker, who's made a couple big plays tonight, the junior. He looks like he's going to get up on his own power just fine. He may have to come out for a play, though, and he will. Boy, this is a physical matchup. It's really grind it out, run the football, mix in a couple passes. Guys getting hurt out there, laying big hits on each other. These guys look like they're playing more like a college level.
And they're really going back and forth. They're both giving it right back.
3rd and 21 after the big loss. Garrison back to pass, takes it himself up the middle, and he's hit hard at midfield. Wow, it looked like he had a wide open space, Rosie, but Michael Major, number 51, laying a major hit on the QB. Boom. Major play right there for the Cougars. Wow. Well, he's got 7 tackles, 7 solo tackles, 18 total on the season. Add 1 to the tally. 4th and 18. And the Rebels are back to punt. Bonneman, the lone man to receive it. Back at his own 10, and it goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. They're going to mark it up near the 30 at the 32. A very short punt there, Rosie, and so the Cougars are going to get pretty decent field position out of it. A punt of less than 20 yards.
Let's see what they can do with just under a minute in the 3rd quarter.
The Cougars unsuccessful on their first drive. The Rebels chewing up several minutes on their first drive of the half. So each team's had the ball once, and we're almost done with the 3rd quarter. This is the 2nd time the Cougars have had the ball now. 40 seconds on the clock. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Centennial. A packed house here for homecoming, Rosie, and just unbelievable to see so many people. Every seat is taken, and people are standing room only from literally this entire side of the field around near the scoreboard on the track.
When you went here, do you remember it being this packed? Homecoming.
A few times, but this, I think, something special this year. I think a lot of people perhaps came out to see the new field.
Sure.
You know, their team coming off a big win. It's an exciting time, a beautiful night. A lot of factors, I think, contributing to the great attendance. But regardless, we are still tied at 13 at the end of the third quarter. Rebels and Cougars knotted up. We'll have the fourth after this on North Metro TV. Do not go away.
This broadcast is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Contact your local Nationwide Insurance agent, Twin Cities Insurance Group. Your Exchange Check Cashing. We buy gold at your exchange. Charlie Walker Companies. I know a guy. They can handle all of your exterior needs. And Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
Welcome back to Centennial High School. It is Homecoming 2012 here live on North Metro TV, along with my dear friend Rosie Erickson. That was nice of me, wasn't it?
Oh, that was so nice.
I'm Matt Johnson.
Unexpected.
Our entire North Metro TV crew happy to be bringing you this one. First play of the fourth quarter. The Cougars go back to the run game, and they're going to get a first down out of the deal. First down, Mike Diggins. Surprise, surprise. So, Rosie, no scoring in the third quarter. Both teams effectively using the ground game, though, but defenses standing up tall. And
5-yard gain.
so it's going to be actually third down and just a short. They were just short of the first down. We have heard that Coon Rapids, the Cardinals, and the Blaine Bengals tied at 14.
Interesting.
So another good, close game going on in the North Metro tonight.
Hey, big night for multiple teams.
First down there for Jordan Clark. Gets 9. Another big first down run. Jordan Clark been very effective tonight. In addition to scoring his first touchdown of the season, a couple of great runs. The Cougars will play the Blaine Bengals on October the 12th. That's another one you want to be with us for, as two of the teams we cover here on North Metro TV will go face-to-face. Another big first down run here, gain of 14 yards. They just keep on moving the chains, and it's Jordan Clark again with a big first down run. He's got to be over 50 yards tonight. Look at this. They're going to fake the handoff to Diggins, and Clark says, I got some game too, boys. And he gets all the way down to the 36-yard line where it's first down Cougars. 10 minutes to go, 43 seconds in the game. We are tied, and they're going to hand it off to the right side. Another run. This one's going to be close to another first down. It is a 13-yard pickup for Michael Diggins. Another Cougar first down. So they threaten again, Rosie, and you look at right here, some great blocking up front.
That speed, he was really looking to make a lot of yards there. That tackle, though, that looked rough.
Andrew Gustafson making a hole. Treadle now left side, trying to get around the corner. Out of bounds, the 12. But it's another first down. And they should have a first down. And they'll have to get, it's first and 10 because they're at the 12-yard line. They can get a first down at the 2. I think they'd prefer to score, though, right here. It would be big-time possession here for Centennial as they look to go ahead again here at home. Under center is Corey. Handoff up the middle, not much there. In fact, they're going to give him about a yard. Max Corey is in his first year as a starting quarterback, has learned how to do one thing well: hand the ball off. Jordan Clark here gets wrapped up by a couple of Rebels. In on the play for Champlin Park was Andrew Ziegler, the senior linebacker. Not an easy guy to bring down is Clark. Diggins in the backfield on 2nd and 8. He gets the pitch and he gets close to the end zone and he scores! Touchdown, Cougars! Michael Diggins from 10 yards out puts Centennial back up on top. His second score of the night for Michael Diggins. Michael Diggins, an excellent blitz, his 10th touchdown of the season. 175 yards tonight, Rosie Erickson.
Absolutely. 10 yards out, making another touchdown, creating another lead.
And Hans Gorowski misses another extra point. This one is wide right. And again, with as close as this game is, that could be a huge miss.
That has been a weakness of the night for both teams, as the Rebels have missed one and now the Cougars have missed 2.
A great run by Michael Diggins to put the Cougars up 6, but it will stay at 6. Hans Gorowski with 2 extra points missed tonight. He missed 2 the entire season up to this point.
It's
Diggins,
tough.
loving it. Nothing wrong with a little celebration
Absolutely.
on homecoming night.
He's standing out tonight.
The extra point just a little bit outside, to use a baseball term. Ten-yard touchdown run for Diggins, his second on the night. That was a big one. Putting the Cougars up. Now can their defense hold? Kickoff here, a short one. Rebels take it from their own 15. Plenty of room, a 27-yard return for the Champlin Park Rebels. And they'll have great starting field position here. And they'll mark it at the 38-yard line.
Right, and we've seen the Rebels respond very well throughout the game. You know, Cougars really making that lead prominent throughout the entire game, but we see the Rebels returning really well.
The special teams play is good. When the Rebels punt, they seem to have had some issues in that regard, but in the return game, it's been very good. Garrison with 99 yards and a touchdown tonight. Incomplete pass there, and Bonneman was ready to pick it off and a little frustrated on the near side that he couldn't.
I think it got lost in the lights there.
Saw Trevor Garrison's stats just a minute ago. 99 yards through the air. He had 120 in just one quarter. Look at this one, almost got away from him. Looks like it was intended for number 85 for Champlin Park, and that is Taylor Abram. But it was way over his head, and Bonneman was waiting for it. Tried to kind of lay out Willie Mays style, but he couldn't get it. Out of his reach. Second down, 10 to go, Champlin Park. Down 6, 9 minutes to go. Garrison back to pass. Wide open man across center is Marquardt. To the 40, down to the 35. First down, Rebels. 37-yard reception for the first down. Marquardt, 22. An offensive weapon being utilized here late for the Rebels.
That is exactly what I'm saying. Responding really well, and who else to catch that but Marquardt?
First down from the 36-yard line of the Cougars. Champlin Park trails by 6. Back to pass is Garrison. Nobody there. The Cougars wrap him up. He keeps it on the ground. He'll pick up about 4.5 yards on the play. So the Cougars get him before he can get the pass off, but great footwork by Trevor Garrison, the big 6'5" receiver, or excuse me, quarterback, to get something out of that play. It'll be 2nd and 7. They only gave him 3 yards. And a whistle. Flag on the play. A Fans starting to get a little bit antsy here. The Cougars with the lead, but Champlin Park driving. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I believe it was an offside penalty, as you saw there on the call from the official. So offside, and that's a mistake the Cougars cannot afford to make in this situation. It should be second and just a couple. Back to passes. Garrison's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. We are tied up.
Taylor Abram with the touchdown. Number 85 for the Rebels. Let's look at this replay. Garrison going for that long pass. Abram there, perfect timing, taking that one step, catching that ball for that touchdown.
And the extra point will give them the lead. This is a huge extra point with 8 minutes to go. The kick is up. It is through the uprights, and that's the difference in the game right now.
The first official lead for Champlin Park Rebels tonight, making it 20-19. Rebels up.
Look at this one more time. An excellent pass. He found his man open, did Garrison. It was a little bit low, but the diving effort from Abram tied the game up. And then they came back on a big extra point from Tucker Lorenzen.
You know, you did make a comment how these extra points may, at the end of the game, be what determines the win.
A 28-yard touchdown catch. And then the extra point giving the Rebels the lead. Plenty of time left. It is 20-19. 8:04 on the clock, Rosie Erickson, and the Cougars still have enough time to keep it on the ground.
Right.
They'll need a big return here. Bonneman and Diggins back to receive the kickoff. And the Rebels taking their time here on the kickoff. A 53-yard kick, taken at the 3-yard line by Bonneman. Finds a little bit of room going around the left side, looking for a block. Here he goes. Bonneman in some open space. Far side out of bounds, the 37-yard line. A 34-yard return by Bonneman. 53-yard kick. He got 34 of it back, 33. Excellent job for the Cougars in getting a decent field position here to open the drive. Bonneman here, a couple of nifty moves to get around the corner. And he's brought down about the 37, and that's where they'll mark it. Hold your breath. This is a very good game, close one at that, and every play a big one from here on out. Do not go anywhere. Corey, the handoff to Diggins. It was Treadle. Pick up of about 6 on the play. So Treadle getting some good yardage, making a man miss in the backfield. The Rebels finally bring him down, and doing so is Todd Crotzen, the senior linebacker. So it's now 2nd down and 5, Centennial. They're at their own 42-yard line. Corey under center. Hand off across midfield on the gain. It's going to be another Cougar first down. And this time it's Diggins who gets up a little slow. And I think Diggins is going to stay in the game, but he seems to have a little bit of a limp in him, Rosie. Looks like his right leg got a little bit tied up on that last play. Diggins remains in. First down from the 47 of the Rebels. Under center is Corey. Handoff Treadle. Gets about 3. And let's watch Diggins' right leg here. or it's his right leg, just kind of as he was getting up, he grabbed it, limping a little bit, but he remains in the game. 2nd down and 8. That would be a huge loss for the Cougars. They have Treadle and Clark also that can run the football effectively, but Diggins certainly their star, the go-to guy. They fake it to Diggins here, give it to Jordan Clark, who gets yet another key Cougar first down. Jordan Clark, another big run to keep the drive alive for CHS. They fake it to Diggins there, and Clark pushing a couple defenders forward, Rosie. Brady Soderstrom ends up wrapping him up.
Still relying on the runs. Not much passing going on. Just the handoffs.
Diggins here from the 36-yard line finds a hole. First down and more. A gain of 17. Diggins seems to be doing just fine, Rosie. He gets all the way down to the 19-yard line. Another big gainer for the Cougars. Jordan Clark will come off the field now in the substitution. Into the game for Centennial is Pierre Roddy. Do they have a trick play up their sleeve? Oh, big hit in the backfield. Diggins is getting up slowly, but I was looking at 22 Treadle, who was trying to lay a block down for Diggins, but he got hit hard in the backfield. Ouch! Diggins with 203 yards and 2 scores denied on 21 carries. He averages 9.
Doing well, but taking a few hard hits lately.
Back to pass is Corey from the 22. Out of bounds in the corner, intended for Treadle. It was about 6 or 7 yards beyond his reach, Rosie. Just mistimed that one a little bit. Maybe got a little excited.
And that's what I was thinking. The excitement is there. The crowd is constant. Throwing that one long and out of bounds.
You are at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Not sure if they are in field goal range. The Cougars trail by 1. 3rd and 10. Corey back to pass. Incomplete. Nobody even close to it. Out of bounds. Looks like the photographer almost caught it.
Is a sense of urgency, although there's just under 5 minutes, still plenty of time to make that touchdown.
Will they attempt a 37-yard field goal for the lead, or will they go for it? It's 4th and 10. This is a big call here. And they are setting up to go for it on 4th and 10. Corey back to pass. Caught! First down! Josh DeWitt on the far side. No, it's not DeWitt. It's Roddy who makes the catch, a gain of 12. What a gutsy call.
Quite possibly the biggest play of the game at this point.
From 20 yards out, they get 11. Roddy juggles it right at the first down marker, makes the catch, and gets out of bounds.
Watching from up here, he turned around just on time to catch that. I feel like that's why he juggled a bit.
What a play that was. And Pierre Roddy, a big-time catch. Now Diggins tries to finish it off. Gets a gain of about 5 down to the 5, where it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is intense.
Great blocking, and the Cougars with an injury-laden squad playing a tough Champlin Park team, one that has defeated both Park Center and Coon Rapids. 2nd down, goal to go from the 5. Handoff, Diggins. Touchdown, Cougars! Michael Diggins with his 3rd of the night. And this one is the biggest one so far.
Much needed touchdown by Diggins once again, making the score 25-20. See if they can get this extra point.
5-yard touchdown run. by Michael Diggins. His third of the night, his 11th on the season. And this just their 5th game of the year. So he's averaging 2+ scores a night. They're going to go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point lead. From the 2-yard line, Max Corey under center of the pass. A fade into the corner to Pierotti. It's way out of his reach. Incomplete, and the conversion fails. So it is 25-20 Cougars. The Rebels will have 3 minutes and 41 seconds. They're going to need a touchdown to take the lead. Can the Cougars hold on the back of Michael Diggins? Over 200 yards tonight. That one looks pretty. One more time here. Great look here from our cameras down in the field. The 2-point conversion attempt out of the hands of Roddy.
Diggins is an outstanding player, really shining tonight.
Looks just like his father, doesn't he? What a game. He gets the 5-yard touchdown run there, his third of the night. 200+ yards on the ground for the Cougars. Jordan Clark and Treadle also getting some carries tonight and being very effective. Clark with the first touchdown. Diggins just wants to hold on. Secure the homecoming victory. 3:43 now on the clock. The Cougars kickoff is very short. The Rebels get it at the 26-yard line and fumble it. So they'll start at about the 23-yard line, Rosie, and 3:41 to go. Plenty of time for Garrison and this Rebel offense to move the football down the field. Trevor Garrison has proven tonight that he can get it to Marquardt in a hurry. Sando from the backfield. He's used his tight end, Matt Juneau. There are a flurry of weapons that this Rebel team has that can make things happen quickly. The question is, where will they go? Who will make the play of the game? Will it be a Cougar defender saving the game for Centennial here tonight? 3 minutes and 41 seconds you're not going to want to miss. At the 23-yard line, handoff, right side. The Cougars wrap him up. And the Rebel player gets back up on his feet. A little bit of a scuffle after the play. And it was Sando again. They really like to get it to him. We haven't seen Sales, Michael Sales,
right,
this half.
No.
I don't even know if he's injured or if they're just trying to use a little bit more of Sando, but interesting to see that Sales has not had a touch this half. Back to pass on 2nd and 7 comes Garrison under pressure. Rolls right, goes deep. There's a Cougar there. It's incomplete, out of bounds. It was intercepted, but he was out of bounds. Oh my. Grant Backman, big time play on D for Big Red, but he was out of bounds, Rosie.
Almost there.
That's when he's gonna walk back.
Right.
3rd down, 7 with under 3 minutes to go. Trevor Garrison and the Rebels, this is it, folks. Look at how he gets open here outside the pocket. The Cougar pressure resulted in the pick. Ooh, out of bounds. Wrapping him up was number 85 for the Rebels, and that is Taylor Abram. Here goes Garrison back to pass again on 3rd and 7. Looks for a block, runs it for the first down. Big time play by a big time player to keep the chains moving. Trevor Garrison, we've seen him go to his feet a couple times tonight. He points to get the block. May have been illegal, but they do. It was a good block, but we have a player down in the field now for Centennial. Looks like it's the safety, Ben Walker. He gets right back up and walks it off.
That was good.
2:50 to go. How do I come up with these things, Rosie?
I know, I was thinking that.
Yeah, he went down hard there. You see on the right side of your screen. Luke Dent's also in the play, the linebacker for the Cougars. Looked like he got hit to the ground pretty hard as well. That was a huge first down for the Rebels. The visitors from Champlin Park High School trying to ruin Centennial's homecoming here tonight. Garrison back in the shotgun from their own 36-yard line. First down, Rebels. 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Garrison back to pass, under pressure, incomplete. The pass is just a little bit low for his intended target, Marquardt.
Marquardt was there, open in fact. The pass was just too low.
Well, this is a good chance for Coach Horton to talk to his quarterback, the senior leader in Trevor Garrison, to a few words of wisdom. And what have you got dialed up here, Coach? You've got 244 and you need to go 64 yards. Trevor Garrison looks to the sideline for the audible. Gets it, looks at the same formation as the last play. 4 receiver set. Rolling left, the pass is caught for another first down. It's Matt Juneau near midfield. A big first down from Juneau, who caught the touchdown in the first half.
Right.
On the shovel pass from Garrison.
Quite the dynamic. A big play. Great catch by Juneau.
Pushes a couple Cougar defenders forward. Garrison, a lot of strength on that throw, too. He is not afraid to fire the gun. 2:17 to go. Garrison takes it himself on the option across midfield to the 45, down to the 43. They'll mark it at the 41-yard line. Another first down. On the option, a couple of good blocks. Look at that effort by the Cougars, and Christian Malinowski dived backwards to try to make a tackle.
I seriously
but he couldn't quite get to him.
Cannot say it enough. These two teams are making it and keeping it interesting.
1:54 to go in the shotgun. Garrison takes it himself up the middle. He's got some room to the left side, down to the 30. He's wrapped up by a couple of Cougars, but he gets 11 and another Rebel first down. We are seeing the talent of young Trevor Garrison tonight. This guy comes out to play when it matters, and we're seeing it right here in this drive. 71 rushing yards tonight from Garrison, and he's over 100, well over 100 passing. From the Cougar 30, 1:22 to go. The Rebels down 5. Garrison looking for the long ball, under pressure, rolling right, the pass is incomplete. Trying to find his open man down about the 20-yard line. It was just a little bit low for his intended target.
Abram, once again, looking for Abram down there. He did make that last touchdown. And it was kind of a catch like that. Not as intense.
He had to come back for that one, and he did so, but just a little bit too low for him. And we mentioned how Trevor Garrison has that strong arm, but that time didn't get quite enough on it. Second down and 10 from the 30. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Garrison back in the gun, looking for the long ball. He's under pressure, scrambling, runs into his own player. The pass is over the head of his intended receiver on the far side, out of bounds. It'll be third down.
That time the pressure of the defense really got to him there.
You are exactly right, Rosie Erickson. Great call. You see the Cougar pass rush really getting to him, and that is the result of the incomplete pass. A penalty on the play. It's an ineligible receiver downfield, and so the big time penalty against the Rebels here, as they're going to move the ball.
Worst time for the Rebels to get this penalty.
It's a 5-yarder and a big time penalty. So it's 2nd and 15 from the 35. The stadium is rocking. Garrison back to pass, A minute left. It is incomplete, and it's tipped 3 times. A Cougar player misses the interception in the end zone, and it falls on that beautiful green turf in the end zone where nobody can get to it. Oh, baby.
How many players did that get tipped off of?
Let's count. 1, a Cougar. 2, a receiver. Tips it 3 times, Marquardt does. The Cougars try to bring it down. They tip it to a Rebel, who tips it to a Cougar Bondman, and it finally goes on the ground, incomplete. The stadium is on its feet. Well, the people in the stadium are on their feet. It's 3rd and 15 with 53 seconds to go. Timeout, Centennial. 25-20, the Cougars lead. They call a timeout, and the stadium is rocking, Rosie Erickson.
This is madness. I mean, this has been the best homecoming I've ever been to.
Well, it's hard to beat this. A 5-point game, a 3rd and long. 2 plays for Champlin Park to score to win the game.
That last play had that adrenaline really rushing there. You know, that got tipped out of, you said 5 players? That was intense.
The Cougar fans on their feet saying, "We will rock you." And we are here in the press box, and we can feel the stadium literally shaking beneath us. There is not a single open seat in the house. Not a single person is sitting. I feel bad for the 8-year-old who can't see here in the back row. 3rd and 15 with 53 seconds to go from the 35-yard line. Garrison and now Champlin Park will call a timeout. So, well, I think Coach Diggins called the first timeout. He wanted to kind of calm his guys down.
Right.
The fans get all riled up again. The stadium is pumping. And then Champlin Park says, hold on.
Sure.
Good call by the coach there,
yeah.
Horton, to call a timeout.
And Diggins, like you know, we talked about, he said he hates homecoming because of the madness, and you know, he wants his guys to keep focused.
He says during the week it could be a distraction,
right.
But certainly you can't match the atmosphere at the game though that homecoming does bring. So, wow, I gotta take a timeout, Rosie.
This is certainly a fun game to watch.
For those of you at home, if you happen to just be tuning in, this is live action here on North Metro TV with Rosie Erickson. I'm Matt Johnson, our crew bringing you the game. 2 plays left for the visiting Champlin Park Rebels to try to beat the Cougars at home on homecoming. Garrison has been stellar tonight, and he gets a pass off here. It's going to be close to a first down, but out of bounds, short of the first down. A gain of about 12. The clock continues to run, and now a timeout is called by Champlin Park. That's their 2nd. Marquardt, another big catch coming out of the backfield, but he's 4 yards shy of the first. Rosie, it comes down to 1 more play. 4th and 4 for the Rebels at the Cougar 24. The stadium is rocking.
Yeah, look at how fun this is.
I kind of want to get up and jump up and down myself. I know you do too.
You've been dancing all out. Yeah.
You'd be better a dancer than I would be.
I don't know about that, but this has been quite the night here at Cougar Stadium.
Can Trevor Garrison and the visiting Rebels beat the Cougars on their home field on homecoming? We'll see in just a moment. Hey, don't forget to check out all of the incredible action of North Metro TV Sports on Sports 10, daily 2, 6, and 10 a.m. or p.m. It premieres live on Wednesdays at 6 with Kenton, Kipp, and Jeff Dinsmore. It's 4th and 4 for the Rebels. Garrison to try to keep the game alive. It's caught for a first down. Stays in bounds, though, and that'll force the Rebels to call their last timeout with 32 seconds left. Look at this play one more time. Quick play to Marquardt. Good play call to get the first down. They do not call the last timeout. They got a 1st and 10 from the 13. Rolling left is Garrison into the corner. He's got a man open. It is caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes! Touchdown, Rebels. It is Abram again with 18 seconds to go, and the entire stadium is in utter disbelief.
That was an incredible play.
A pretty simple route, rolling left, no pressure on the quarterback. Open man, did he get a foot in? Yes! He had possession and kept a foot in. An incredibly athletic play by Taylor Abram.
Abram making that catch.
It's a 1-point Rebel lead. They'll try to add 2 more to make it a field goal difference. Oh, whistle and a timeout. Oh, excuse me. It's an offside penalty against Centennial, I believe. Abram, the 13-yard touchdown, his second. Offside in the Cougars, so the Rebels will get an extra yard, so it'll be 1 yard on the attempt now they have to go. Second touchdown by Abram. He has come alive in the second half, Rosie.
Absolutely. And those catches, he's catching them, jumping for them and everything, making them look pretty. Quite an unbelievable turn of events right here with 18 seconds left. We knew they had a possibility of making that touchdown.
A lot of Cougar fans already starting to depart. Garrison 189 yards and 4 touchdowns tonight. Just 5 incompletions. 14 for 19 tonight from the air. He's been very effective. 74%. They go for 2 and they get it. So the 2-point conversion is good. It makes it a 3-point game. 28-25 Rebels. Centennial will get the football back with a chance for probably 2, maybe 3 plays. They're going to need a huge return here, Rosie, which they've been very good at tonight. If they can get a good return, get 2 or 3 long passes, they may have a chance for a long field goal, and they would really have to be testing the foot of Josh DeWitt. He does have 1 field goal on the season from beyond 30 yards, so if they can get it close, they might still have a chance. Bonneman and Diggins back to return for the Cougars. Ben Bonneman has had a couple of good returns tonight, and why wouldn't you put Diggins back there? He has been stellar tonight, leading the Cougar offense. They need a big play out of one of those guys right now. Kickoff coming. Lorenzen and the Rebels special teams unit set to kick it away, and there is silence among the crowd now as they await what they hope is a miracle. The kick is short. Picked up by Bonneman. Nowhere to go. Down at the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 27. Excellent job of the Rebels of stopping him back there deep. Bonneman not happy about the return. There is officially 13 seconds on the clock.
We've really seen a consistency from the Rebels.
The Cougars are probably going to need about 50 to 60 yards to get close to field goal range here. They do have at least 1 timeout. Max Corey back to pass. Going deep. Finds DeWitt. It's picked off. Interception. And the game will end. The Rebels with 2 seconds left. Interception, and Rosie DeWitt had that ball very close to his grasp.
Right.
But huge play by the secondary of the Rebels. And I believe it was Marquardt the receiver who's been stellar tonight, making the pick.
Unbelievable last few plays by the Rebels.
They know how to close out a victory. I asked Coach Horton before the game, I said, if the game is close, what experience do you have in close games, and what do you need to know? Well, what do you need to do to win? He said, don't turn the ball over. They haven't.
There we go.
2 seconds, and the Rebels will take a knee and go home with a victory. A homecoming loss, which will be a tough one to stomach for the Cougars after being in this one throughout. The clock expires. Centennial losing to Champlin Park tonight. The final score from Cougar Stadium, 28-25. Centennial. You saw right there in the box score, the Cougars scoring a touchdown in the first and second quarters. Neither team scoring in the third. And then each team scoring again 15 and 12 in the fourth quarter. The Rebel fans that made their way here are celebrating on the Cougar field. 28-25 the final score. Let's take a look at how the fourth quarter ironed out. And boy, what a fourth quarter it was. The big Cougar defensive stop here. A big 17-yard loss, as you recall, on this play. Trying to stop the Rebels. They did so very well. A nice big play here. And then Michael Diggins on offense for Centennial, working the ball up the field. 200-plus yards tonight. A stellar night for 32. Diggins with 3 touchdowns on the night, too. But it was the play of Garrison. Trevor Garrison late in the game, leading the comeback for the Champlin Park Rebels a little bit later on. Diggins, as you see here, one of his 3 touchdowns on the night. That one after it looked like he was injured about 5 yards out. The Rebels come back, and the play of Trevor Garrison led them to victory tonight. This was the game-winning touchdown. Abram just barely kept 1 foot in. And that is how the Cougar night ends on homecoming. A heartbreaker for Centennial here at home. And Coach Diggins will talk to the guys and say, let's focus on next week. Centennial will fall now to 1-4 on this season, 1-3 in conference. A special thanks again to Brian Hegseth, the Centennial Activities Director, for chatting with us at halftime. The final score, 28-25. The Champlin Park Rebels win. They improve to 3-2 on the season. For Rosie Erickson, for our director, Kenton Kipp, and for our entire North Metro TV crew, I'm Matt Johnson. Have a great night, everybody.